Dude, lots of freaking YouTube drama has been brewing this week. Lots of freaking people have lost their careers. Bodies have dropped, okay, metaphorically. There's been a lot going on. And the white t-shirt titan has freaking come into question, I guess. He can't escape the drama either, dude. No one is safe if freaking Moist Cr1tikal, aka Penguinz0, isn't safe, dude. He's freaking usually regarded, but whether people will admit it or not is as like the right opinion of the internet, dude. Say what you will about Charlie, but dude, he's got the takes that are reasonable. They're in the middle. They're level-headed. And you know, I don't always agree with Charlie. Specifically, I think he had some bad takes about ad block that I don't agree with, but that's not important today, dude. If you didn't know, Moist Cr1tikal has a podcast, which is, I guess, technically not his podcast, but it's one that he's done with his friends for years. It used to be on his main channel. Are you a fan? Eventually, it moved over to a different channel. I think it's called the Red Channel or the Official Channel or something. It's called the Official Podcast. Can you shut up? Basically, this entity sent out a letter today that was like, effective immediately, Charlie has made the decision to leave both the Official Podcast and the Red Thread, which is, I guess, another show that they did on that channel together. He wants to go on an indefinite hiatus to scale back the time spent on the internet. We obviously wish him the best. For everyone to respect his decision and for all to know, the show will always be open for him to drop by and talk shop. If he wants to come back, he'll be welcome, basically. A lot of the freaking critical heads in the critical subreddit are being critical thinkers here and saying that this is Sneako's fault. Why are they saying this is Sneako's fault? If you don't know, Sneako is another streamer who's actually banned from, like, I guess just YouTube, but maybe other platforms. I talked about him in my banned YouTubers video, I think.
He decided against any good idea he had when he posted a video where he praised the movie Cuties, a French movie that sexualized actual children.
I even tweeted, like, Cuties is clickbait. This was a pretty good movie, and everybody replied.
Why did that movie even exist? That was the movie that was, like, about the dancing kids or something, but it was, like, super provocative to sort of highlight the disgusting nature of the industry, but still, it's a gross movie, though, was the thing. 7% liked this movie. A talented 11-year-old girl rebels against her conservative family's traditions and joins a free-spirited hip-hop dance troupe. Yeah, I'm not into it. I'm not watching that shit. It really just seems like people only like it to be edgy.
Like, I'm unfollowing you. This is the limit, Sneako. This is the limit. I can guarantee you, none of you saw the fucking movie.
You're right. A little bit. I'm not a big fan of him, but he streams on a website called Rumble, which is like right-wing YouTube or Twitch or live streaming. And for some reason, Moist Cr1tikal debated Sneako on the age of consent and lost.
My definition is anything under 18. If you're under
that's
18,
exactly what a child
you,
is.
Yeah, I think that is a great line in the sand. If you are under 18, you are a child.
Your scenario earlier was if a 16 and a 21-year-old, if both parties were consent, if the father was okay with it, the mother was okay with it, why not? Tell me a reason why that's wrong. Because you're
one
getting
is a child, one is not a child. That's the point.
Do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child?
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting, as you agree with.
I don't even know why Charlie agreed to this conversation. Like, it doesn't seem that important to talk about with him in this context for you to do. Like, I don't know. Just this could have been left to someone else. I don't know. Not the guy who has a lot to lose, but freaking maybe he just saw it as an unlosable debate or non-debate at all. But I mean, freaking, if you're gonna talk to Sneako, it's probably gonna turn into a debate, especially if you guys disagree on something, and that's the whole preface beforehand anyway. Some would say that Charlie got steamrolled in this conversation. Not that he really, like, said anything wrong. He just didn't say the right stuff, I guess, when it was needed. Like, he needed to be able to back up his points, and it just kind of seemed like he couldn't do that on the spot.
A 19-year-old in a relationship with a 17-year-old should go to jail.
Well, no, okay. I guess, like I said, it will all depend on where that is located.
I'm not saying that I would do better, but I also wouldn't show up. I wouldn't pull up to this. I don't want the smoke. I just follow the laws, dude. Holy. So I guess some speculation was that, is Moist Cr1tikal leaving the internet? Did he have to have his own opinion one time that he didn't get from Reddit and then freaking got owned in the marketplace of ideas? Is that what happened, dude? I don't really think so. I think it just seemed like an awkward conversation that didn't really need to happen. This was not a collab that I would have expected or asked for, and I've only really seen clips of it up until this point, but I mean, that's all I needed to see. But there was actually some other drama that I guess was getting posted. I don't exactly remember where it originated from, but it was surrounding the Kaya guy, who is his co-host on the podcast or it was before he left it today. I know he was having some drama with Destiny or something because they were saying like, no, you're the violent political guy, and then he's like, no, you promoted violence in the past, like on this Reddit post here. Obviously, I'm ad-libbing a bit. And then there was this clip of, I don't know how old this is, but it was sort of a really poor explanation and justification for a horrible joke. Kaya, Moist Cr1tikal's co-host on the official podcast, thinks it's okay to ask an 8-year-old girl for upskirt panty shots as satire. Dear God.
It's just shitty satire. There's two types.
The action was still pedophilic, though.
Well, yeah, that's the joke.
I feel like, yeah, satire is supposed to, like, take something ridiculous and highlight that, accentuate that, not just do bad things and say, well, I'm joking.
Do you guys not know how satire works? Yes,
we do. Yeah, that's not how satire works.
Yeah, but it's
a crime.
I can't.
It's a satirical crime.
Like, if I film myself punching my mom in the face, I'm like, Mom, it was a joke. It's like, I still punched her in the face.
Satire.
Though.
Okay, yeah, you can't really conflate words with punching someone in the face at this point.
But asking an 8-year-old girl for panty shots is okay. Punching your mom is over the line, but the other one is...
Well, actions.
Is that how desperate you are?
It's the message. Like, I didn't see the video. I'm assuming he went up to a girl like, I'm gonna film up your skirt.
We didn't take it to 100, but you've already crossed to like 40, and that's bad, and you can't do that. It's already a crime, dude. It's already harassment and maybe other things. I don't even know what I don't know what he was thinking, TBH. The funniest part of this to me is Matt Watson from Super Mega being on this call for some reason and just making jokes about it the whole time and be like,
Didn't you hear my funny voice I put on as I punched you in the face, Mom?
Mom, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face.
But I think that more like these two bad takes back to back were sort of Charlie's reason for leaving the podcast more so than the Sneeko debate. But I mean, I'm not freaking him. I'm sort of being a little cheeky about him being like the voice of reason. But it feels like in the midst of the Ava Chris Tyson situation, people were getting on his neck quickly about him like not covering it right, or like sort of got a little bit of heat recently, So maybe he's just like, all right, I don't want to do this podcast anymore. I guess that makes sense. Or maybe he just disagrees with his friend altogether. Yeah, I guess that's been like an increasing trend. I saw Ludwig made a video about how he doesn't like his Mogul Mail channel anymore, which is like his commentary channel that talks about drama, because people have been sort of on his head about not being on top of all the drama. Does it mean that he's biased? Does it mean that listen, just because everybody doesn't cover a story when you want them to, doesn't mean that there's malicious intent behind that. Though, I guess if you are the freaking drama guy, you gotta be the first to the story, or your absence will become a story, because we're bloodthirsty out here, dude. We gotta freaking on to the next one, dude. Anyone remember I'm Alex? I don't, dude. It sounds like the Chris Rock slap when you mention that. Gangnam Style. Do you have any strong feelings on Moist Cr1tikal or the age of consent? Let me know. Keep it classy out there.